Okay, let's gonna continue with the strings. Okay, so what happened with the strings? Let me see here. Okay, this is a we practiced before, but it's gonna be a good idea to create a new file. New Python file. String examples. Okay, so I'm gonna have the variable name. And here, your name. Good. And print name. Okay. Enter your name, comma, comma. Okay. So what happened with the strings? With the strings, we're gonna be able to manipulate the data that we have in our string variables. So our string variable is name, right? So what happens if I use the function length? Length of name. What is gonna happen? How many characters my name has? 1, 2, 3, 4 characters, right? Oh, nice. So the variable name is gonna hold the name, right? Let me type another name. For example, Matthew. 7 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 characters. Okay. So you know now that the string is something special. And with the variable strings, we can use some function that allow us to manipulate the strings. First function that we saw is length. Okay, it's a function that already exists for us, and we're gonna be able to use that. Okay, let me see what else is in the book. Okay, now the crazy part. Maybe when I need my whiteboard. Okay, so what's happened with the string? You're gonna see the book that they mention something about brackets, strings, and they mention something related to bracket. So what happened? Okay, you have the variable name, correct? Okay, forget the variable name. Just since, for example, my name. Omar. If we use length, you know that Omar is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 characters, right? Okay. But what happened in strings? In a string, we have something like this. Pay attention what I'm writing now below the characters. Okay. Okay. So what happened? An string is an array of characters. But what is an array? Let me explain in different ways. Different way. When you have a string, the string have subcomponents, characters, okay? And each character that compose the string have an index. So the character O have the index 0, the character M have the index 1, the character A have the index 2, the character R have the index 3. So every time you are using strings like this, and you receive the data like this, internally Python is gonna use subdivisions, they're called arrays, to keep each character. So what happened with 0, 1, 2, 3? Can I use that when I go? Yes. So let me show you. Print name. Okay. What is name brackets and the number 1 inside? Whatever is inside the bracket is the index. Yeah, this is the book just in case says a programmer can access a character as a specific index by appending bracket containing the index. In other words, you can retrieve any character from a string using the index for that character and use bracket. In this case, we're going to extract the index 1 that exists in the variable name. Index 0, just in case index start at 0, okay, in programming. So index 1 is the letter M. So let's gonna see if that works. No? For we're using the length function, and now we're printing M. Yes, because when you use bracket index 1, you are not retrieving the first element. You are retrieving the second element. Why? I show you, and I told you. Start at the index 0. Okay? Start at the index 0. So index 1 is the second element in the string. This is here. Let me go to punch out. And let's gonna do another test. Print. Three. Let's gonna see. 0, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. That's work. Index 1. 0, 1, M. Perfect. Okay. So this is that you have to know how to manipulate the strings using the bracket. When you wanna manipulate individual characters that compose a string, but you wanna work on those individual characters. Okay, so just in case strings are immutable, it means that you are not gonna be able to modify the original string. For example, you want to use name, you want to change for the letter X. Index 1. Let's gonna see what happened. What we do here? Okay. I gonna try to modify the character second position, right? Index 1 of the string name and print if we were able to change that. Remember, index 1, okay? Index 1 was the letter M. So let's gonna see what's happening now. Come on. Error. What's happening? You are not gonna be able to modify any string. Just in case in your book appear that as well. Okay, it said the string are immutable and cannot be changed. So you are not gonna be able to modify individual characters. You will have to work with a string, the complete string variable. Equal. Zero. X. Come on. Oh, forgot to comment that because I told you we are not gonna be able to modify a string. Oh, what happened? I comment the wrong way. Well, I see that I have to comment that. Sorry. Okay. So if you modify the string, so it's gonna be, you don't modify the string, well, you're updating, right, the content of the string with an information, but you are not gonna be able to modify individual element of the string. Got it? So this is really important that you know. Okay, what else do we have here? Concatenation, we already covered that. So formatting, I already covered with you. So what's next? Oh, string slicing. Interesting. Slicing. Let me take a piece of the cake. What's happening if I do that? Okay. Let's gonna try that. Enter your name. I type Omar. Length in the length for the variable name. So what is the length of Omar, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we print 4. Length, right? Length. Then what else? We print index 1. Oh, perfect. This is index 0, this is index 1. M, so you have to print M. Perfect. Then, again, we're gonna print the same, right? And now we modify the complete string, right? A new object was there, so, and then what happened? Print, we're using slicing. 1:3. Okay. 1, right? 1, 3. Okay. So 1, 3, and I get X, I. Remember we have like this. Okay. This is the data that we have now. This is the index 0, 1, 2, 3. And we execute now print name 1, 3. Okay. So what happened? 1, 3, and we print only XA. Oh, what's going on? The problem is here, well, not a problem, is that when you set 1:3, this is 1:3. It means that you're going to use as of the index 1 through the index 3. But the last element here, in this example is 3. Okay? This is not inclusive. This is exclusive. It means that you are not gonna touch, in this case, the index 3. This is why you see here, we touch only index 1 and 2, but no 3. If you want to include this one, you will have to type 4. Right? This is gonna run. And perfect. Now, 1 to 4. Okay. What happened with 4? So when you see 4, it means that, in this case, it means that, see that. So what happened when you see 4? 1, 2, 4. You immediately have to realize, okay, the number, this is the range that the slice that I want to print from 1, not from 0. Okay. Sorry, later, oh, I'm not going to print that. It's from here to 4. But we don't have anything in 4. Yes, no problem. You just type 1 to 4 in this example because the latest number that appears there is not inclusive. Okay? So it means that we are not going to include the 4. We're going to include 1, 2, and 3. 4, no, in this example. In the every time that we use the slicing, okay? So in this case, let me copy and paste that. Let me put here. Okay. Okay. You are using name 1,4. Perfect. We are not using 4. Okay. This is a rule. Okay, so you're gonna have only 1, 2, and 3. So XAR. This is that you're gonna print. Remember, the first parameter is inclusive. 1, 2, 3, 4. What happened with 4? It's not inclusive. So you're gonna retrieve from 1 to 3. From 1 to 3. Okay. So this is a slicing. So you will have to practice. Oh, also, what happens if you don't mention the complete range? Just the beginning. What happened? It's gonna assume that you want from 1 to the end. Let me show you. Let's gonna remove this part. Enter your name. Length 4. Right. We print index 1. And what happened here? From 1 to the end. When you see for that column and there is no number there, it means that you're gonna grab from what appears here to the end. Okay, so remember, you type 2 from 2 until the end of the data, the end of the array, the end of the string. Okay, so what's happening here? You type Omar, you print the length 4, you print the index 1. Right? So print 1, index 1, gonna be bien. No, 39, no. 4 is the length process. Then you have n process. Then you have another n. Yeah, I repeat in the expression, and then you're gonna retrieve AR, only AR. So you're gonna retrieve AR. Okay, you visualize that, and now you need to think, okay, so what happened with AR? How can I get that? Because I type the number 2 that is inclusive. Okay, number 2 is inclusive from here. Do you see some number after the column? No, it means from 2 to whatever. This is why you print AR. The end is the index field. So you print from 2 to the end of the array, to the end of the data. Okay. So what happens if you don't print anything? Yes. If you don't include, I wanna mean you don't wanna, you are not including a number at the beginning. Okay, what happened? I'm sorry, print. No. Hey, wait. What happened? Why are printing over? Because when you don't specify the beginning of the string and you don't specify the end of the string, Python just display the complete string. So this function here is the same thing that print name. Don't believe me? Can I do it? All right. Wow. Yes, both are the same thing. Okay. You use the bracket and the columns when you need to get a substring. This is what they call slicing. Okay, when you need a portion of the string, you're gonna use the brackets. Okay, so slicing is good. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stop recording here and I'm just gonna record more videos. Thank you.